Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to discuss one thing that's very important, and I think as people we have to hold ourselves up to a standard. And in one way that we do that is we don't tell lies. No lies, no lies, no lies, no lies, because lies are of the devil. See, one thing about this is when you lie, you don't tell the truth. What you don't recognize is that there's actually unseen things that we can't see. Think about it. Wind blows, and when we walk outside, we can feel it, but we can't see the air. We can't see the wind. And that those are examples of there are things in this life that you can't see that are actually watching us, that actually see our moves and things we do. One being Satan, one being the devil and his demons. So what I'm saying to you is lies are a part of the devil, and this is what he uses to convict us, to control us, to come back and strip us of our identity and our authority that God has given us by doing so. And once we lie and don't tell the truth, we all we're doing is hurting ourselves. But when you tell the truth, you're keeping everything close. That means there's no gaps in your life. Once there are gaps, that's when Satan can fill in and begin to create his destruction in your life. And the whole idea is for you to keep your life, keep control of your life and keep the authority of your life that God has given you since birth. That's the whole point and purpose of who you are as a human being, as a man and as a woman. God created you to rule. God created you to control your life. God created you to do great things. But you can't do great of a thing if you don't have control of your life. If Satan has control of your life, then you're going to be doing his agenda. You're going to be running around doing his things. Think about people you know that have grown up, that you remember them as kids, as children, even as teenagers. They were just good people. They were just loving. They were caring. They were just totally different. But as they got older, they're just a split image of their old self. Like there's somebody totally different. You can't believe them. They're drinking, they're smoking, they're sexually related, they're in criminal activity, all these different types of things. It's like their mindset has been totally flipped, and they have turned into someone else. If they had a twin, you would think, man, you got a twin, because I strongly remember you being someone else, and now you like a totally different person. And I'm telling you guys, it's because of the spirit that we're putting on. It's because of the things we're allowing our minds and our bodies to be exposed to, and it's creating this person. It's just like a person say you are what you eat type of thing. And honestly, you are what you watch. You are what you vision. You are what you put your mind to. If you go to school, you want to be a nurse or a dentist, or you want to be a doctor, or anything you want to be, if you put your mind to it, you're going to do it. You're going to go through the steps in doing so. And the same thing here with lying. If you lie, guess what? You're going to become a liar. If you tell the truth, then you're going to be a stand-up guy. You're going to be a truthful guy, and it shows. Everything you do shows who you are. If you're a liar, all you're doing is lowering your respect for who you are, and you're doing it to yourself. No one is doing that to you. So I strongly suggest, even as kids, it's okay. I understand. You don't want to get in trouble. I remember myself being young. I was a liar. I used to lie my tail off about everything because you don't want to get in trouble. You want to skate free with no problems. But the thing is, what you're doing is that's becoming a part of you. And again, there's so much power to us that whatever we do, it becomes us internally. Internally we have something in us that just want to lie, just want to steal, just want to do things when we expose ourselves to it. So I strongly suggest to you, I strongly give you a warning here that there's no use to lie. There's no use, there's no purpose in lying. Lying is not a part of who you are as a man and a woman. That is all of this. All of that is Satan's own doing, so he can get control of you. So because he's watching, and once you lie, he's like, oh, that's a lie. I'm going to bring that back up on them in the near future so I can get control of them. And that's how he does it. That's how he does it. So no matter what it is, it's okay. Tell the truth. No matter if it hurts their feelings or if it seems like it hurts you, it really doesn't. Because what's actually happening is you're keeping your power and authority. The moment that you lie, the moment that you do anything that takes you out of God's will, you are turning over your control and your authority. That's what happened to Adam and Eve. God gave them the authority to control the animals, to control the area, control the world. He gave them ownership, rulership of that. And he told them, hey, you can eat off this tree. They had full stock to eat, you know. But Satan came and he deceived them. And when he deceived them, what actually happened was Adam and Eve gave Satan, the serpent, their authority and control. And from that point, Satan was ruling the world. And from that point, we became slaves. We had to struggle. We had to fix our own food and go out and work for it at that point. And still to this day we're doing so because we're not following in God's ways. And God's ways is set to lead you back to your authority, to your control, and to your will that he has designed for you from the beginning. So guys, we have to get back to that and understand that God has our back 100%. But in order to do that, one thing that we can't do is lie. We can't lie, because that gives power to the devil to use against us. And honestly, he's out to kill, steal, and destroy us. And for that reason, that means we got to fight. And so we have to help ourselves out. And lying is not one of them. So guys, especially children, especially the youth, young kids, don't lie. Don't lie. It doesn't help you out whatsoever. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. And you're good. Understand that you're good. Understand there's nothing to be afraid of. And it's okay. It's okay. Even if your parents want to try to get on you, you know, for something you did, it's okay. Don't lie. I promise you, it's making you stronger. You're going to be a better person from behind it. You know, so, you know, I strongly suggest stay strong. No reason to lie. And parents, message to parents. Matter of fact, kids, put your parents on. Young adults and adults, check this out. Your actions also make children lie. You know what I'm saying? Kids are so afraid of what you're going to do to the point that they don't even want to tell the truth. Don't make your son or your daughter out to be a liar, because your actions affect them as well. Your actions affect them as well. And it makes them want to lie because they're afraid of their consequences. As a mother, as a father, you are put to guard them. You are put there to protect them. And to protect them does not mean that you harm them and hurt them to the point that they don't even want to come talk to the person that is supposed to be taking care of them. Now, I understand we've grown up in a world where it seems like when we hit our child, when we abuse our child, that we're actually disciplining them. We're disciplining them. But the truth of the matter is there are different ways to discipline our children, where we can still show love to them, where they still can understand. Because the truth of the matter is kids start understanding life and the ways of human beings by as early as the age of 1, early as at the age of 2, probably even earlier than that. But the truth of the matter is we can't be parents, we can't be guardians to children where they can't even speak to us or even tell us the truth about things. They should have a complete trust in us that they can come to us and they can let us know whatever's on their mind at any given time. Not to be scared or afraid or even lie because they're afraid of what we might do. So parents, I strongly suggest to you, watch what you do. Even single parents, I know you're stressed. I know you're being the mother and the father. I know you're working and doing things different. That you really don't have the time to really tend to your child. But I strongly suggest keep God first. I strongly suggest take the time, because that's going to benefit you a lot more than just rushing through everything or on just whooping your child on the whim just because you don't have time, or just because you're stressed out, just because you're working a job that you really don't want to work but you have to. All these things are because of our disobedience in the first place. All these things is because we want to do things our own way and not wait and not have patience and wait for the time that God has permitted. Because God has a plan for all of our lives, but we take it in our own hands and say, I want it now, God, opposed to wait until then. I don't want to build myself up into that person that can receive all these things. And then, so when it happens, we're forced to grow up faster. We're forced to go ahead and handle business when God was trying to get us to do all these things first, then give us children, then give us all, everything that we want, husbands or wives or children. All of it is in due time. All of it is in order. So children, don't lie. And mothers and fathers, guardians, family, Don't mistreat your children to the point where they can't come to you and show love and be truthful and honest. You want to build upstanding people, upstanding kids, upstanding men and women. That's the goal. That follow God's ways and live a great life. That's all I got for you guys. Later on, kids. I'll see you later.